All right, welcome everybody. Thank you for being here tonight. I'm Pete Jones. I'm the athletic director here at AMSA. I appreciate your attendance tonight as we're set to honor and recognize the achievements of our awesome student athletes over the next hour or so. So thank you all for being here tonight. This is the first winter sports varsity awards night we've done in some time. We missed a few due to COVID. So it's great to be back here with this group of athletes and families and coaches after a few years of a hiatus. Before we begin tonight, I do want to take a moment to pause in remembrance of Mr. Ben Hamill. Our community has recently learned that Ben passed away suddenly 2 nights ago. Ben is the father of 2 AMSA students, Sophie and Charlie, who participate in indoor track and softball and baseball. Ben was a member of our AMSA Board of Directors and was a huge supporter of our athletic department, but also our school as a whole. Ben will be greatly missed, and I ask that you keep Sophie, Charlie, and their mother, Sarah, in your thoughts as we pause for a moment of silence in memory of Mr. Ben Hamill. Thank you very much. The Hamill family has not been far from our thoughts over the last 30 hours or so since we learned the news, but what I do know about Ben, he was a huge fan of our AMSA sports teams, and he was so proud to watch his kids, Sophie and Charlie, participate in AMSA athletics. He would have been here tonight to watch Sophie let her in track. So with a very heavy heart, we'll move forward with our program tonight and celebrate our outstanding student athletes the way I know he would have wanted us to. So without further ado, I don't want to steal the coach's thunder. I always say that to start. But a few highlights of our outstanding winter season. Student athletes that represented AMSA this winter did a fantastic job. So just a few highlights, and then I'll turn it over for the coaches, and you can hear more specifically from the coaches. In indoor track, we had 2 district champions. Zach Barton, Michael Zuo, can you please stand up, please? Michael Zuo is a district champ in the shot put, and Zach Barton is a district champ in the 55-meter hurdles. Congratulations, gentlemen. In the sport of swimming, we compete in the Midland Wachusett League in boys and girls swimming. Willem DeHaan, please stand up. Willem DeHaan was the co-MVP of the league this winter, so congratulations to Willem. And the boys basketball team wasn't the dream season we hoped for. But what I'll say, they finished the season on a very high note. It was a difficult season. I know it didn't go the way they wanted it to, but they won their final 3 games of the year against league rival Abbey Kelly and defeated 2 typically perennially tough programs, Leicester and Quabbin Regional. So it was a great way to end the season on a high note and build for next year. So congratulations to the boys on the way you finished up the season. And our girls basketball team, in the second year of the new statewide format, we earned our first statewide playoff win. Last Wednesday night, we were down in Fall River in the Division III preliminary round, and the girls had a hard-fought, come-from-behind victory over Diamond Regional. So congratulations to the girls. Additionally, Riley Whittier, sophomore Riley Whittier, stand up. Riley Whittier is the Colonial Athletic League's leading scorer this year with 338 points this season. Congratulations, Riley. And in our co-ops over at Marlborough High School in both gymnastics and boys ice hockey, for me personally, awesome experience. I got to see the girls gymnastics in their senior night win over Algonquin. I can't put into words how impressive they are in what they do in that sport. It's incredible. So they finished second in the league, by the way. The girls gymnastics team finished second in the league. So that was a highlight of my winter, seeing you guys compete and beat Algonquin on senior night. And for the boys hockey team, I think they surpassed a lot of expectations this winter and proved once again they're hands down one of the best teams in Central Mass. They lost an awfully tough one last Saturday night in double overtime to Neshoba, but they had a great season, and I think for our community, they have a great following of our AMSA community, so that's been great to see as well. So congratulations to our Marlborough High athletes. I also want to acknowledge one student athlete who's not here tonight, freshman Maddie Glynn. She has scored 10 goals and 8 assists and is the 3rd leading scorer as a freshman on the Algonquin girls hockey team. She is not here tonight because they are still playing. They're in the Elite 8 tonight down in Canton, playing Canton in a rematch of last year's Division II state final. So we wish Maddie well and the Algonquin girls hockey team tonight down in Canton. So again, those are just some highlights to start the agenda tonight. We'll hear more from the coaches. Speaking of the coaches, I do want to thank all of our coaches for the time they've given over the last 3 months. Remember, this season starts right after Thanksgiving, and they put a lot of preparation work in even before that. So it's a long season. High school coaching is not an easy gig these days. It's short pay, and they do it for the love of their sport and for the love of our children. We're lucky to have a selfless group who commit to our student athletes and help lead our programs in a way that we can all be proud of. So I really, truly, and sincerely want to thank our coaches. It's a pleasure working with you guys. Thank you very much. I think one of the reasons that coaching at AMSA is desirable, and it's again not the pay, and it's not our facilities. We don't have some of the awesome facilities that some of the schools have that I'm sure you travel and see often. But we have outstanding families and parents. We can't do what we do with our athletes and our programs without the support of you. So, as I always do, and I know the kids will roll their eyes, but all student athletes, please stand up and give your parents that standing ovation that they deserve. Thank you very much to all our parents. Really, you guys are great. We have great families. And last but not least, I want to thank the student athletes. I really am proud to be your athletic director. I'm thankful for the way that you comport yourselves and act in representing AMSA. Not only me and the athletic department and your coaches, but your families and the AMSA school community. We really are proud of you guys and the way that you carry yourselves. And again, I couldn't be happier with how you guys represent our school when you're out competing in our AMSA uniform. So thank you very much to the student athletes. Just a couple of quick announcements before we get going. Please stay for the entirety of the program. It should only run about an hour. It's our smallest program that we do. I want all of our student athletes to be recognized properly. I know it's an awkward, tight space, so if you do need to step outside for a few moments, please feel welcome to do so. But let's please try and hang out for the hour so that all of our teams are recognized similarly. Student athletes, if you are being recognized tonight as a varsity athlete for the first time, please see me after the program. You will be receiving your varsity letter. So again, if you're a first-time varsity athlete, please see me after the program so we can get you your varsity letter. And finally, when I do call up your programs, coaches are going to come to the podium. You're going to give out certificates and awards. I'll give out pins in the corner. And student athletes, you're going to line up right here in front of this banner with yellow writing somehow. It's yellow logo. But so student athletes, you're going to come up with your coaches, line up in front of the banner. Coaches will come to the podium. And that's how we'll do tonight. So thank you very much for a few moments of your attention. At this time, I'm going to welcome our veteran, awesome track and field coach, Mr. Mark Vital, and his assistant, Shanisa Sampson.
Thank you, everybody. Could I have the girls' track team come up, please? Track and field team. Research has shown, first before I start, I really like to thank these wonderful ladies that allowed me the opportunity to wake up every morning and smile, because I know that I am going to be around the classiest of people on the face of the earth. I also want to thank, of course, my assistant coach, Shanisa Sampson. She threw for me many years ago, not that many, but a few years ago. And she's my right-hand person. She's phenomenal. And I also like to thank Mr. Jones. Mr. Jones, if you didn't hear, let me remind you that Mr. Jones was just selected as the best athletic director in Central Massachusetts. So, he's doing an awful lot better job at athletic director than he was in my math class. Now, Researchers said that if you want to make an impact to a child, whether in the classroom or coaching, you're supposed to have a minimum of 6 contacts per class or per practice. And that's pretty difficult to do, particularly in track and field. You're not on like one feet, you're not on one basketball court or volleyball court. You got to kind of get around people. And by contact, that means giving your full attention to that child. And when I was a teacher, I used to line up my 6th graders out in the hall, and as they came into my classroom, and some of these seniors might remember this, I would say, how'd your game go last night? Or I would, try to connect to their world somehow. But once a week, I would also tell them how much I loved them as they came into my classroom. Now, some of that was natural, and they'd say, hey, I love you too, Mr. Vital. No problem. But some of the folks, some of the students would look at me, and I knew that I might be the only person that was telling them that day that I loved them. And that's pretty powerful if you think about it. So I ask you all to kind of follow, and if you were in my 6th grade class, some nights, particularly on Fridays, I'd say your homework tonight is to go home and tell your parents you love them. And some of them would say, oh, that's easy homework, I do that all the time anyway. And others, a parent would come to me the following week and say, like, with the homework, come home and tell me that it was great. They came running home and said, I love you, I'm done with English homework. But truly, the events that have happened in the school over the last 48 hours reminds us that life is fragile. And we should tell everyone that we come in contact that we love them and that we care about them and we appreciate who they are and what they contribute to our life and our existence. Ladies, I love you. All right. Let's talk about the season. This was a strange season because we weren't actually, in the last 4 years or 5 years, we were in the dual county league. And we had dual county meets, and we would go against another competitor. And we only did that once this year, but we had a lot of meets at Reggie Lewis, which is one of the premier racetracks in the country. So we had some great performances this year. Wrong card. I love these things. Between the girls and the guys, we had 3 school records broken this year, 15 class records. And the girls, just as you can see, there's only 3 seniors? 2 seniors? 2 seniors. Selma and Luana. 2 captains. And they helped out tremendously because we had such a newer group. They all had to learn the various different events. And again, every day it was just an honor and a privilege to be able to coach these fine girls. So let's do all these are letters. So we'll start off with Ava, Georgia. Ava McLeod. Aisha Silva. Delaney Lombardo. Isabella Izzy Shavoni. Jalen Kamara. Caitlin Massey. Luana Brown Maurer. Mariana Sanatalis.
Sorry, I tried.
Michelle Ihekuru. Help me. You only told me this 10 times. Neha Gathalman. Rosalia Rosie Martinez. Solomon Kari. Charlene Carey Kubo. this one is for Sophia Hamill. Let's start out with the awards. The most improved. We had a lot of girls that improved this. It takes a while for me to figure all these things out. But this one kind of jumped out. It really jumped out. And our most improved athlete last year ran the 352.91. This year she took more than 5 seconds off and ran a 47.61. In the shot put last year, she threw 19 feet 3 inches. This year she threw 26 feet 1.5 inches. Both of those are phenomenal jumps in 1 year. Our most improved goes to Ava McLeod.
So I'm here to announce our Unsung Hero Award. For our track team, we do it a little bit differently, where we let the kids vote upon their Unsung Hero Award. This Unsung Hero Award this year goes to a senior who I grew very close to over the years. She's been with the program since, I believe, the 6th grade, possibly 7th grade, but she's always been an ear or a cowbell for her team. Last year she was handed down a cowbell and she made great use of it at the track meets. So without further ado, I'd like to announce the Unsung Hero Award goes to Luana.
The MVP award. Now normally it's very easy. It just goes to the person who scores the most points. But because we didn't have an awful lot of dual meets this year, we didn't have a lot of point accumulation. So then we talked, coaches talked, and I told everybody that we were going to look at, many factors, coachability, team spirit, but also how well you do in the bigger meets. The MVP, as a freshman, got 4th in Central Mass, 9th in the state at the Distance Classic, and 7th in the state at Division 5s. She also set a school record at 31 feet 5 1/4, and she's just a freshman, Aisha Silva. And then I've given this award a long time, and we probably have done it here for about maybe 4 or 5 years. And that's the Coaches Award. And it's my favorite award to give out because it really is an award that goes beyond points. It goes beyond anything. Truly, any matrix that you look at to evaluate whether a student athlete is spectacular, it just goes beyond anything that you could list. The Coaches Award is somebody who I respect and admire as a human being, more so than as a student athlete. This person is the cream of the crop. I don't know, anytime I need anything done at AMSA, and that goes for whether there's a politician coming tomorrow, I needed to get somebody to give a tour, or I need somebody to go down to New Horizons and interview World War II veterans. She'd always say yes. And she wouldn't do it just because Mr. Vital asked her. She did it because she's just a great person. And I will miss her. I don't want to talk much more because I'll start to cry. Because I just love her so much. The Coaches Award goes to Selma Mancari. That's it for the ladies. Pictures, please. Moms, dads, come up and take your pictures.
All right. Shift that way. Come on.
Mr. Jones doesn't even know what I'm about to say. This is the first team in AMSA history that has gone undefeated. Congratulations, guys. They had one competitor and they beat that competitor. So I'm not supposed to say that. I just should leave it at they went undefeated. Let's go with our letters. Eden McNabb. Gabriel Da Silva. Gabriel Torres. Isaiah Zhao. Joshua Thomas. Michael Zuo. Malachi Bernard. Zach Barton. Owen Manning. William Newhart. The last varsity letter goes to Diego Moreno. The awards, most improved. There was like 4 guys on the team who improved light years from last year to this year. However, the one that got the award last year ran 51.3 seconds in the 300, 51.3. This year he ran 41.6. He improved over 10 seconds in the 300-meter dash. This year's most improved is Isaiah Zuo.
So once again, I'll be announcing our Unsung Hero Award. It goes to another one of our shot putters. Like I said, our track team kind of votes upon this award. Just so happens that both of our Unsung Hero Awards comes out of the shot put team, and both athletes who I've grown very close to, especially over this past season. You know, he was always there for his team. He was very honest. I could always count on him to be the most honest on the team. You know, even if I said, hey, that was a great throw, he's like, coach, let's be honest, it was an okay throw. And I'm like, all right, I'll take it, man. So this year's Unsung Hero Award goes to Gabe.
MVP. In the Winterfest meet, which is a meet that with the entire state is at, or half the state, they have it broken up into large schools, small schools, half the state, he placed second. At the Speed Classic, he won. At state coaches event, these are all state level meets, he won. At Central Mass Districts, he won. At Division 5, he got third. And in the All-State, so every shot putter in the state is competing against him. He performed when he had to, and he ended up being 7th in the state. Amazing accomplishments by an amazing man. Our MVP goes to Michael Zuo. And the Coach's Award. I'm not going to say the same things I said about Summer because, you know, I don't want to sound redundant in that it's not impactful because he truly is an amazing man. He had the unique ability to do stuff that was needed to be done without the coaches asking him. So like if we had a meet that we had to leave at 4 o'clock and the middle schoolers were hanging around in the lower school cafeteria, I'd go running down there late, 15 minutes late, and he's already there, taking care of the middle school, making sure the middle school kids don't start any fires or anything like that. He, again, anytime I need anything done at the school, on the track team or off the track team, I can just ask him and it will get done. I never have to say, hey, did it get done? Because I just know that I told them once and it's going to get done. And it always gets done in an exceptional manner. This gentleman is you're going to see this gentleman again 10 years from now, probably on, running a company, a Fortune 500 company, or maybe being a civil rights attorney. Who knows whether he can do anything he sets his mind to. This year's Coach's Award goes to Malachi Bernard. Parents, they have pictures.
Oh, two. 3, 4, 5. Oh, no.
Oh gosh, I'm so sorry. Let me get out of your way. I need to get a picture. I need to get a picture of you.
Thank you, Mr. Vital. Congratulations to the boys and girls track teams. At this point in time, we'll welcome Coach Bob Manzello, his assistant coach Dave Susi, and the girls basketball team.
All right, I'm going to pass it over to Coach Susi to announce the certificates first. Okay. Kara Powers. Kathleen Golden. Abigail Amza. Maeve Powers. Jill Benoit. Megan Goyette. Riley Whittier. Jillian. Because I do this all the time. Flubber, that's her nickname. Madeline Webster. Sophia Martinez. Callie Walsh. And Julia Silva. All right, first award we're going to hand out is our unsung hero. Coach Susi and I didn't really have to think too much about this. This young lady showed up every day, and that was without being able to put a uniform on this year. Great young lady, huge things coming her way. Julia Silva. All right, next one is most improved. This is really a tough award to give out because really each and every one of you got a lot better from last year. So it's a really tough award to give out. But there was one person that we seen, especially as the year went on, she got herself into the starting lineup. Really worked hard. She worked hard, and I know she's working hard at a couple sports too. So most improved player this year is Megan Glea. So next one is our Coaches Award, which I would also put this under Most Improved Player. This girl outscored her whole total for her career this year. She played really well. She was a captain. She was a leader. Maddie Webster. Our next award really isn't an award. I know you already heard about it, but it's basically something that Mr. Jones had made up, and it was for the Colonial Athletic League. Leading scorer, okay, 338 points this year, 37 free throws, 127 field goals, 47 three-pointers. Just an incredible year scoring for her, and it's Riley Webster. Riley And our last award is our most valuable player. Again, this award wasn't as tough as the others. This girl stood out. Leader on and off the court. Great player, great person. Never seen anybody work as hard day in, day out. Kira Powers. As you guys already know, you have the best AD in Mr. Jones. I've been around numerous different schools over 30 years coaching, and nobody cares for the kids like he does. So, Mr. Jones, thank you. Quickly about our season, 13-9 district wins. You don't take that for granted. It's a great year. Next year even looks better. So I just want to congratulate you guys. And one thing I do want to say to all the athletes here, next year you are going to be a year older. And if you do not practice, in all the sports you play, all you're going to be is a year older. Please get out there and work on your games, and you'll see a big difference, and you'll have a successful year. So, thank you. Two rows. Whoever can.
I'll take the back, please.
Thanks, Mr. Jones.
All right, thank you to Coach Manzello, Coach Susi, and the girls varsity basketball team. Congratulations on a great year. Next up will be the swim team and Coach Sue Morse, assisted by Aaron Laird and Chris Bruno. Come on up, swim team. All members of the swim team, boys and girls, come on up.
Guys, you don't have to be single file. There are too many of you. Come in front. So our swim team started out very small, and this year we've exploded. We've just about outgrown our pool. We had 37 members of the team this year. 25 of them were the guys, 12 of them were the girls. We have had quite the time helping these guys gel and become a single team. We compete together and separately at the same time. What that means is that a double duel is 24 events, a girls' event, then a guys' event, a girls' event, and then a guys' event. We do compete against one team that is completely co-ed, and at that meet against Worcester Public Schools, we only have 12 events. So trying to fit all these people into a 12-event meet is quite the puzzle. But I've had the pleasure of watching these people grow into young adults that I am sure are going to conquer the world. That being said, our season this year, we are one of 4 teams that are actually outside of the Midwalk League. But we made a stamp on the Midwalk League this year because just about every time our boys team competed, they won. In the league, the boys were, well, we can't say in the league because we're not in the league. We are outside the league. But our standings for the boys were 9-2. The girls had a tougher competition. We need our girls to do some recruiting, okay? We need to become competitive. 12 girls going up against 19 girls or 22 girls, really you don't have the chance to be competitive. You can individually be competitive, but as a team that is almost impossible. Our girls did a good job. 4 wins, 7 losses. Well done, ladies. Coach Laird is going to give out the certificates.
Before I start reading these off, I'd just like to say it has been such a pleasure and an honor to work with all of you. Thank you. I'm very grateful for that. Willem de Haan. Jason Matijevic. Vedant Royal for now. One more. Sorry. I have trouble with it too. Pranav Balaji. Gabriel Jerez Solar. Noah Laird. Landon Levens. Casey Matijevic. Andrew Scottish. Kevin Zhao. Alexander Bruno. James Martinez. Jagger Sanford. Yuval Artsy. Joshua Laird. Peter Matijevic. George Marcos. Jonathan Bruno.
Whoa.
Theo Burkett. Samarth Ravinkar. Azari Simakov. Drew Follicott. Alex Yakubowski. Aditya Kopal. Gil Rao. Tara Gorman. Emma Hager. Caitlin Harvey. Jada Kell. Mariam Marcos. Ileana Carvalho. Isabel Leonard. Rebecca Almeida. Ashley Barrientos. Jolena Brockmeyer. Giovanna Haley DaCosta. And Maggie Long.
So we have an interesting system that I created for the swim team in that I give the kids a chance to give me their impressions for the awards. And then from there, I go to the coaches and talk to them about it, and then I get the final say. So nobody knows who gets the awards until I pass them out. Starting with our Unsung Hero Award. This goes to a young lady who really has come a long way in her swimming ability. She, in a year, has taken on all of the events except for the 500-yard swim, and that's coming. But Jolena Brockmeyer. This Most Improved Swimmer Award goes to a young lady that I've worked with for a long time. And she puts her heart and soul into the pool and into what she's doing. And I am so pleased to have been able to coach her. Emma Haher. Okay, this award goes to our most valuable swimmer. Again, this is a young lady who has really put herself into swimming, has done it for years and years, has taken on any event that I have given her to do, including the 500-yard swim once in a blue moon. Tara Gorman. This is the Girls Coaches Award. We actually should have two of them. These two young ladies really, really worked hard in the pool, worked hard on the deck, were amazing cheerleaders for the team. One is new, and one will be a senior next year. The Coaches Award for the female swimmer goes to Jada Gao and Maggie Long. All right, going to the male team now. This unsung hero has been a member of the team for longer than I've been coaching the team, I believe. Has been a captain for 2 seasons, has been a strong representative of both the guys and the girls on his team, and just has done an outstanding job for presenting swimming to the school community. This goes to Jessie Matevich. This is the Most Improved Swimmer Award for the boys. This young man has been swimming a long time, but has only been swimming with the AMSA team for 2 seasons. Has worked at all of his strokes, but has decided that 3 events are the events that he will do the most. One is the 200 IM, one is the 100-yard butterfly, and the last is the 100-yard breaststroke, for which next season he will have a better opportunity of being number 1 at, since Jesse is graduating. This event, this Most Improved Swimmer goes to Landon Levens. Most valuable swimmer for the men's team. This young man not only earned a number of points for the team, but he also is very understated and wants to see the team do the best in such a way that though he qualified for 4 different events at the state meet and 5 different events, I believe, at the sectional meet. He swam 1 individual event at both of the at the state meet, so that 3 relay teams could be represented at the state meet. Instead of pumping himself up, he only did 1 event so that he could swim with 3 relay teams. This most valuable swimmer goes to William DeHaan. Beginning. William is the MVP for the Central Mass Swimming League. Yes. The Coaches Award. This young man joined the team last year, and last year, I thought of him as the jolly swimmer. He did the events, but he was kind of awkward in some of the events. But this season, he came in, he was much improved, he carried himself differently, and he gave himself to the team. He did the 500-yard swim more than once this season. He swam the 200 medley relay. I will say I didn't put him in the 100-yard butterfly, but this Coach's Award goes to Pranav. I want to say thank you to my team for an outstanding season, for the joy that you bring the coaches and myself, and for your encouragement to us as coaches. Well done.
And bring it this way.
Get a wide lens. Excuse me.
Oh, you're there.
Yeah.
gentlemen, at this time, we're going to start to meet some of our student athletes who compete in the co-ops at Marlborough High. So I do just want to point out a little bit of clarification. Marlborough High School is going to have a similar event one day next week. So some of the stuff that we're giving out to our AMSA athletes are going to be given out next week at Marlborough High's own banquet. So at this time, I'll welcome up the MHS boys ice hockey team.
Yes, sir.
Coach Mike O'Brien and his assistant coach, Jeff Pratt.
Okay. What up, Blake? Okay. Hey, Dan. What's up, Colin? Oh, man, sir, Colin. What up, David? Alex,
Thank you, Mr. Jones. First off, I would like to extend our sympathy to the Hamill family and the AMSA community for their loss. This year we got off to an interesting start after last season. There was a lot of pressure on these guys, but all year long they didn't let last year affect what they did this year. The biggest thing for this team this year was the fact that from start to finish, every day they improved. And that's a credit to these guys. You know, myself and Coach Pratt, we have a saying that we're just here to steer the ship for these guys. We believe in letting them have control of the team, basically. And it starts with our captains. You know, we had 4 great captains this year: Sam Maley, Gavin Daly, Luke Massey, and Daniel Estevez. Without their leadership, there's no way that we would have been as successful as we were this year. So that's a credit to those 4 individuals. They had some big shoes to fill from last year's team, and those guys did it without a doubt. I'd like to thank my assistant coach, Jeff Pratt. He does everything that I don't, which is a lot. He handles the JV team. He's there for the varsity. And he's there for these guys as well. There's a lot that goes into running a team, and I think every coach would tell you that they can't do it alone, and neither could I. Secondly, Mr. Jones, he's been great. You know, they say it's a co-op, but from day one with us, it's been a partnership here. It's been a great fit, and one that, you know, I think both sides would agree has been very successful. We do things a little bit differently here. And instead of myself talking about the players, I like to have our captains share their experience with what these guys mean to them. I could stand up here and say a lot of nice things about all these guys, and it would be heartfelt and meant. But I believe it when it comes from their peers and their friends. That has a lot more weight than whatever myself or Coach Pratt would have to say. So without any further ado, our 4 captains from this year: Sam Milley, Gavin Daly, Daniel Estevez, and Luke Massey.
So first thing, just want to say thank you to Coach O'Brien and Coach Pratt. Regardless of what they say, wouldn't be here without them and everything that they've taught us and teach us. So first player, he was a captain this year. Sorry. First player this year was a captain. He was a forward. He took on a lot this year and always tried to get better. And do his best. He was always on the ice early morning. When we had a morning practice, he was first on the ice with his headphones, getting ready, and always doing what he could do to get better. Gavin Daly.
All right, for our next player, he actually lives next door to me. It's a pleasure to have him on the ice. Played with him 9th grade year all the way till this point. Andrew DeFranzo.
got another captain this year, another senior. Even though he couldn't be on the ice with us, he was always on the bench rooting us on, teaching all the younger kids how to play. Great role model for the team, Sam Maley.
Next player, he's always a goof, big guy in the locker room, always brings a smile to your face. Blake Schwartz.
So this kid was his first year on varsity. Always tried his hardest, never complained about anything. And for some reason, he would always drink all the water he could find on the bench and didn't leave anything for anyone else. Luke Schwartz.
All right, for this player, he stepped up big for us this year. He's actually my line mate. You know, he seems to like to shoot from the corners, but he'll work on that next year. Colin Glenn.
All right, we got a junior this year. He was my defense. He really stood up this year and really took a big role in the team. He was great to have in front of me and made a bunch of great moves and really progressed this season. Chauncey?
Yes, sir.
Next one. Although he suffered an injury partway through the year, he came back for our last game of the season. Always working hard. Hayden Kearney.
So this is another one of our captains. He was a junior captain this year. First time in a long time I've seen that, and he took that role very well and always did what he could. He was a huge leader on the defensive side. Scored a lot of goals, got a lot of points for us. Luke Massey.
All right, this kid, you know, it wouldn't kill if he washed his equipment, but he's a great hockey player, great leader. You know, looking forward to see what he can do next year. Anthony Skillings.
There was someone not here tonight, but he stood up when he needed to. He was a great team member on the team. Not much, but William Scrobus.
First year on varsity player here. Expecting big things next year with a couple of losing defensemen. Alex Todd.
So another first year varsity player. Also played JV2, swung back and forth. And with that, that means just a lot of skating, a lot of practice, a lot of games. And I'm sure that he's going to have a big year next year. Liam.
All right. This kid's a freshman. Didn't get to talk to him much, and currently still have his necklace for some reason because he likes to run on the treadmill. But great kid. He's going to do great things for the team next year. Hunter Hatstad.
This kid's also a freshman. He really stood up for the team this year. We loved his haircuts, changed throughout the season. Tommy, come on up.
Can't say much about these guys, but another swing player, first year varsity. Just congrats to them for working and put in the work to make it on the team halfway through the season. Anthony, he's not here.
Good talk to me.
Okay. All right. Final captain and the final certificate we have up here. I'd say he's the backbone of our team. Always trying to help, whether he was playing or not. Always came up big for us and never let us down. Daniel Steves.
Like Mr. Jones said earlier, this player is the only AMSA girl on the Algonquin hockey team this year, and she's a freshman. My sister, Madeline Glynn.
Thanks a lot. Enjoy the evening.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, again, keeping with the theme of the Marlborough High School co-op student athletes, at this time we're going to welcome up the girls from the gymnastics team. Come on up.
Yes, sir.
So I'm going to share a few statements from Coach Samantha Kelly. Unfortunately, she's home. Her toddler is under the weather. So this is the second year that we've been involved with the Marlborough High School gymnastics team. So I want to thank Jeff Rosinski, the athletic director, and Coach Samantha Kelly for taking us in. This is a statement from Coach Kelly. This season was even more successful than last. The team finished 7-3 for the season and in second place at leagues with our highest team score of the season. This is in large part to the amazing AMSA student athletes that have joined our team, including Captain Elena Gakis, Samantha Hill, Ava Daly, Ava Collins, Katina Gakis, and Olivia Casella. I hope that you are all as proud of your classmates and how they represented your school as we coaches are. Every one of them gave so much time, energy, and heart towards their team and ultimately contributed to the overall success that this year's team was able to earn. We are looking forward to another great season with all of the returning athletes and hopefully some new ones. And we're grateful to our two seniors for being such integral members of the team. I'm sorry I can't be there. Congratulations on a fantastic season. So how about a round of applause for the girls gymnastics team? And I'll call you guys up individually, beginning with Olivia Casella. Elena Gakis. Katina Gakis. Samantha Hill. Ava Daly. And Ava Collins. And again, I alluded to it a few moments ago when we first started, but I got to see them compete against Algonquin on their senior night. Absolutely fantastic. Next year when we get back into winter sports, I definitely encourage you guys to come see these girls. It's phenomenal what they can do in that gym. So, and they're at G's Gymnastics. It's right down the street from AMSA, so hopefully we can get some spectators next year at that event. So congratulations, girls. Great season. Pictures.
I'm sorry.
Thank you, girls. Congratulations. Just a little anecdote, a little personal, but at a physical a few weeks ago, my doctor was very happy with my blood pressure. And then I saw the basketball team walk in tonight the way they have. Starting to go back up. So boys basketball, come on up here.
All right, boys, good luck tonight. I'm not sure if you trying to hide from your fans or your play this year, but you knew you had it coming if you did this. Anyways, first of all, I want to thank my assistant coach, Mr. Kirsch, Bob Manzello. Gotcha, sorry. I forgot that Gavin's yes, I want to thank Mr. Jones. You know, at the end of last year, we had made it to the States, and it was a difficult road when with the new format, so we had discussed this year as far as what we wanted to do and what we wanted to accomplish, and we decided to make the schedule a lot tougher. We moved from smalls and the Cal to bigs, and we also beefed up our non-league schedule. So I think we wanted to earn it and play some good teams and not slide in to the tournament. So, you know, the beginning of the season, you know, Mr. Jones had scheduled some tough games to start. I think 7 out of our 8 opponents had made it to the state tournament. So it was a tough ride. And then with some scheduling stuff, we had quite a few Friday, Monday games. So it was tough for us to do our stuff, watch film and practice and fix the stuff. So, So, I mean, that's why I give Mr. Jones probably, you know, top 3 in the league as far as an AD. I'm going to have to question the #1 in Central Mass. Just kidding now. Mr. Jones, he has been great to us. He's given us all the tools we need to succeed, and I'm very appreciative and honored to be able to coach these kids and coach at AMSA. As far as the season went, we were 7-13. You know, defensively, we had played fairly well all year. I think we gave up close to 50 points, but we kind of struggled at times to score. And there were several games that, you know, a few plays here or there, and we would have built some momentum, and truthfully, we probably could have made the tournament. And it's just a game of momentum, and we just couldn't get over the hump. You know, games that we scored points. We had a few games in the 60s. I think we had scored 63 at one point. Which is kind of deja vu with Mr. Massey and Mr. Swartz and their 9-hole scores in golf, but I digress. I had missed the golf award, so well, that being said, we did defeat one of our rivals. We defeat Assabet. We had some good games with one of the teams that we probably liked the least, BBT. We certainly went down fighting. So, that being said, other people I'd like to thank, obviously, Coach Kirsch. He was there every practice. I had missed a few, so he kept everything going, so I'm really appreciative to have him. He was very committed, and it was great to have him. Coach Manzello, I float stuff off him. Certain things that we typically see and what he would do, so I'm appreciative of that. And another person who's not here is John Crowley. He did the book for us on the away games, and so I'm appreciative of that. That's people volunteering their times. And to the parents, Friday night games in Fitchburg, and it was good to see familiar faces, and I definitely appreciate the parent support. Without you guys and bringing them there to the games and practices, and it's appreciated from the coach and I know from the kids. So, I guess we're on to the awards. Oh, you announce the kids. I would have John announce something, but he would talk in circles and confuse the kids, so well, we'll take a lead from one of our, when we go on the road, it's the names that kind of get messed up. So, Brandon DeZuder. Shiraj Pampati. Matteo Parmigiano. Marcos Arellano. Moria Vermani. Travis Webb. Joe Varaca. Tavin Hirsch. Manraj Singh. Lucas Kale. Robbie Kyle. Rory Kyle. And Harry. So to continue with what I typically do, we haven't done it in a few years since we haven't had this, but typically name an underclassman a captain going forward. So Harry's worked really hard. Watched him in practices at JV, and he's definitely earned it. So our captain next year will be Harry McCarthy. The Coaches Award first. This player played a majority of the minutes, hardly came out, would take any player on, he'd rebound if we needed it, he would score if we needed it, he'd play the point if we needed it. So this, he's one of my captains. He was a leader, and we could depend on him to night in, night out to be there for the team. Matteo. My most improved player, this player averaged roughly about 2 points in the sophomore year. This year he came in, earned a starting job, finished 10th in the league in scoring this year, second in the team. He again played the point, did a lot of scoring for us. Expect big things from him next year. Braden DeZetta. The unsung hero, this guy was always on the floor, had a football mentality, tackled quite a few players, which was okay on the road, but Mr. Jones, I don't think would appreciate it here. But, you know, never lost faith and always tried to rally the team to come back. And typically after each game, we'd have the captain speak, and then he would speak, and always be my non-captain speak. So my unsung hero, Lucas Kell. My MVP this year scored close to 12 points a game. He was 6th in the league in scoring. He was a true leader for us. Kept everyone together. You know, did so many things for the team. You know, he was our point guard, but he'd also go to the off guard. He'd rebound. He did a lot for us. At times out there, you know, he played really well, almost like an artist. But it's been a pleasure to coach him. You know, he's really going to be missed. Our 3 seniors, Lucas, Robbie, and Shree, are truly going to be missed. We have a lot coming back next year. JV was 19-1. The only game they lost was the last game of the year when they were shorthanded. So I think the future looks pretty bright. My MVP, Shiraj Pampali. All right, pitches. Yes.
All right, thank you to Coach Toledo and Coach Kirsch. Congratulations to the boys basketball team. We do just have a few moments remaining. It's that time of the night where we're now going to present some academic awards. I'm first going to announce the team academic awards. We look at the averages of all the student athletes and we tabulate which teams had the highest average. I'll start with the girls. The girls winter varsity team with the highest average, with an average of 91.92, is the girls varsity basketball team.
Yeah.
Congratulations, girls. And the boys winter varsity team with the highest average, with an average of 92.5 SWICs, is the varsity boys swim team. And now we're going to acknowledge a few individual academic award winners. What we do is we do a boy and a girl from both the upperclassmen and the underclassmen ranks. So I'm going to start with underclassmen. The male winner is from the boys indoor and track and field team with an average of 96.42, freshman William Newhook. Come on up, Will. Congratulations, Will. And staying with the underclassmen, the female award winner with an average of 97.69 is from the MHS Gymnastics team, freshman Olivia Casella. Congratulations to William and Olivia. And now for the upperclassmen, I'll begin with the female winner with an average of 97, oh, excuse me, I'm sorry, lost my spot. Female winner, upperclassman, average is a 96.98. She's from the varsity swim team, Emma Haher. And the male upperclassman academic award winner with the highest average is from the boys varsity basketball team, senior Manraj Singh. Obviously, you guys are all aware of the academic rigor here at AMSA, so to be the high-achieving student athletes that they are, coupled with the tremendous students there in the classroom, a round of applause for our 4 academic award winners. Parents, come on up for pictures. You guys. It's good. They're always good. They're still like 91. Thank you guys. Congratulations. All right, ladies and gentlemen, just a few reminders and announcements before we depart. Again, if you're on a varsity team being honored tonight for the first time, please see me following the program so I can get you your varsity letter. Believe it or not, spring sports are just over a week away. Monday, March 20th, we begin our spring sports. So registration is open. It's open through Sunday, so please make sure you register for spring sports because they are upon us. And lastly, thank you all for a great winter season. Thank you for being here tonight. Congratulations to our student athletes, and have a wonderful weekend. Thank you for being here.